Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris, and once again, welcome to another video for The Flash. This is season 4, this is episode 6, and it is entitled Lost Souls. And a lot going on in this episode, guys. This episode, we've seen so much happening. Last week, the last two previous episodes, we've been seeing, we're getting um, Sarah reestablished into the world. She's finally established. She's seeing some weird effects, kind of like Thea is, so that's to be expected. Um, but it was really about the retrieval of Ray Palmer, and they went by this very quickly. I mean, last week they established he's alive. This week he's alive. Let's go get him, and they get him, and just that quick, boom, that's done. We got Ray Palmer back. they thought he was dead for a long, long time. And it turns out, no, he wasn't. He was alive. Um, but I thought that maybe he was going to be in Palmer Technologies inside there, maybe trying to communicate, like he was like running around like a molecule or something, But it turns out that he was actually kidnapped by Damien Dark, and Damien Dark had him and wanted that technology and everything. So um, that was interesting. That was interesting. Damien Dark is trying to do some strange stuff here. Um, the whole scene with Oliver, the whole setup that they had with Damien Dark, and then Damien Dark doing like his magic thing. I mean, it shows that he's got like magic. I mean, he can like manipulate like those chains and everything. So, I mean, they're really going deep into like the magical stuff now. I mean, they're going way off from what they did in the first few seasons, where it was more based in reality with more reality based enemies, and just whole tone and everything was more reality based. Now they're going off into the whole mysticism and magical realm with Damien Dark and him, Constantine coming in and doing some weird stuff. It's just like, okay, and then the whole island scenes were, the island is interesting. I mean, I still think that these flashbacks are a lot better than last year's. I mean, there's something that's hooking me to find out what are they after, and there's something more going on with this military unit with these guys instead of like the drugs. It's like a front for whatever he's trying to find now with this magical stuff because they, he's finding like all these weird like hieroglyphs, or whatever, this weird writing on the walls that what is that leading up to? I mean, I've heard some things that maybe this is something to do with Hawk Girl or Hawk Man or whatever. So that could be it. That I'm interested. I'm interested to see what goes on there. So and the whole thing, like I said, getting Adam out was awesome. One of the other big things that I really liked is seeing Felicity's mother. I had no idea she was going to show up this episode. It was just like it was going on, and then you hear that her voice. It was like, oh, here's Mama Smoke. But I think she's great. I really think she's great. So hopefully they'll see more of her there. So, uh, but having her come around is cool. I like that. Um, and it seems like Felicity was having like a problem with Oliver. It seems like she blamed herself for leaving with him and keeping Ray Palmer trapped like that. And she blamed herself, but it was kind of was like, okay, just settle down. That was kind of a negative for me. I was like, okay, calm down, all right, everything's fine. But that was kind of a negative. But other than that, I mean, I still think it was a solid episode. I was like, wow, there's like a ton of these of them now. I mean, you had the Lance sisters going in there. That was kind of cool. I mean, I thought that was cool. Finally seeing Sarah back in the canary out. The costume was awesome. She looked great. Um, and seeing them both side by side was cool too. Um, but now she's gone. She's going to go off and hopefully, they'll establish her becoming the White Canary very soon because that other show, Legends of Tomorrow, it's coming quick. I mean, so that they need to establish these characters, and just like that, we got the Atom back. Now he's established. Now we got to get Sarah to become White Canary. So they're going to do that, and I think that might have been it, guys. I mean, there wasn't like a total amount of lot that was happening. um, I mean, it was very. This episode was kind of a little bit uneven at times, but I did enjoy it a lot. I actually kind of enjoyed. I actually liked last week's episode a lot more. With Constantine, I thought that was awesome. So um, it was lacking Constantine. It was lacking Constantine this week, but you know, the whole thing with the Captain Lance, that was interesting. They did a lot with him this episode. And then him meeting Felicity's mother at the end, so that's kind of cool. It was like, okay, well maybe he'll find something good now, because he needs that. I mean, he's had a lot of crap happen to him, um, so I like that. I mean, he played a nice little part in this episode. He's starting to establish himself even more now in this season than he ever has. So I like Captain Lance. We'll see what more they do with him down the line. I mean, he's certainly becoming an asset because he knows Damien Dark, and he helped them track down Damien Dark in this episode, which was kind of cool. So, but yeah, guys, the whole thing with Adam, that was the coolest thing. Getting that established, I like that. There wasn't a lot of negatives in this. I mean, I didn't mind any of the characters, except for maybe Felicity. You're getting a little bit, overreacting. I think what was going on, that was kind of a negative, but it was all nitpicking thing. I mean, I like the flashbacks. I like how they got the Adam back. I like that Sarah was back. She was fighting. She's got some things to work out, but we're establishing that. That was awesome. So yeah, guys, cool episode. Not the strongest, but it was still pretty good. But hopefully we'll get more, you know, more things established here with Legends of Tomorrow. I'm sure they're going to have some more stuff happening. But and the whole thing with the island, like what's that? That's the mystery what is that writing? What is that about? That's going to be the interesting thing coming up. But yeah, guys, that's about it for what what was down. I mean, there wasn't a lot happening in this episode, but if there's anything I might have missed that you guys want to talk about I might have missed, please do so in the comments. Also, please give a like. I would appreciate it. But that will do it for me for this week, guys. I am Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.